Hi, it's Jez from Nigezza Creates. Thank you for joining me today. So I've got a cereal liner here, so we're going to get messy. I've been doing some organising, decluttering, etc. And so finding nice bits of storage for putting mainly my original ephemera in. I was making something and it's like all the things I want are in different piles, so I wanted to collate them together. So I'm quite liking what I've done so far. There is a video coming out with it, but I wanted to store some in this. So this is Ikea sell these. I picked this up in a charity shop, paid £2 for it. It's ugly, and I always intended to make it look nicer, and I decided that I'm not going to put stuff in it, because once it's got stuff in it, you're not going to empty it. And so I'm gonna cover it. So that's what I thought. I thought I'd bring you along for the ride, really. I've got some antique Bible pages there. I've got some 2 lots of, I think they're antique, music papers, some that's smaller print and some that's bigger print. So I've got them just ripped up, ready to go, and that's why I thought I was just going to do a neutral background, and then if I want to juzz it up a bit more, I will. I've got Mod Podge here, non-matte. Don't know why I wrote non-matte. I should have written glossy, but you know, I didn't. Anyway, friend of mine, Emma, had a load of it, and Rachel Bella Craft Retreat, she said everybody bring a container and she'll give us some out. So I'm going to use that because I don't really like glossy. Oh, I can't even open it. I don't really like glossy stuff. Don't like that finish in me projects, but I thought it'll do. I can't open it. I'm gonna have to go and get my son to do it. Hang on. Oh, there we go. He did buy me a little gadget to help with the opening of jars at Christmas, so I guess I could have used that. I'm pulling off that gunge. Oh, Jez, why didn't you put gloves on? Well, because I didn't. Oh, never mind. Let's wipe it all off. There we go. Right, yeah, but he managed it. So I've started writing every day 3 things to be grateful for. So I'll definitely be grateful that he lives with me so we can open my jars. Yeah, I read that you can reset your brain to be happy, apparently, it says. And if you write, for 21 days, if you write down 3 things that you're grateful for, it resets your brain. So I thought, oh, I'll give that a go. I managed it for 8 days. And then it was bank holiday weekend, and I went away. And I was having, you know, I was enjoying, well, there was lots of tears as well as laughter and stuff with our oldest friends. And yeah, I just forgot to write down. I was having, you know, I was very, very grateful to be with my friends, but I just forgot to write it down. So I started again. I mean, it might be that I didn't need to, but I'll start again. I'm writing my phone notes, and yeah, but it's a bit ironic that you know, that things are going well and you forget to write it down. It's supposed to be generally good for your mental health anyway. And so yeah, that's what I did. Right, let's just stick something down. I might, because I want it to overlap. So if we're going to overlap, we need to. So yeah, not thinking too much about it. I'm just grabbing from my different piles and chucking it on, really. And and I'm going to want to, oh no, there's too much white on that. Not thinking about it too much, says she, thinking about it. I mean, I might, you know, like you do with a masterboard, I might end up, you know, adding things on top, but for the moment, this is how we're rolling. So I'm putting extra glue over the bits that might overlap. And it'll have a coat all the way over it as well, to sort of seal it. Yeah, so I'm quite liking, I've already changed my mind. I sort of sorted things out yesterday and I put that on a video, and then even before, you know, I went to, you know, before I left my craft room last night, I'd like changed it again. So yeah, and then I got up this morning and I changed it again. I mean, I think when you do reorganisation, you do have to suck it and see. You do have to live with it for a bit, and to decide if you like the result. And of course, until you start working with it, you don't know if you've got them in the right place. Anyway, so yeah, it is trial and error. There, so that's that front bit covered. Right, so now what I'm going to do is, probably not going to cover the whole of the bottom, but I am going to fold these lot over and up the side. And I thought people might enjoy just watching me natter and do. I had a terrible day yesterday. I had a knot in my stomach that I just couldn't. It just wouldn't go away. It was just horrible. It was a bit of anxiety there as well, and I couldn't eat. I had a friend came round. We went out for. She was like, whatever you want to do, Jez. If you want to go out, we'll go out. If you don't feel like it and you want to stay in, that's fine. If you cry, that's fine. And I said, no. I said, I'm feeling awful. I said, let's go out. Let's have a few cocktails, and you know, maybe that'll make me feel a bit better. So that's what we did, and we had one in the house. I make a mean espresso martini, so we had one of those in the house, and I did end up crying, and she gave me a big hug, and then we went out for another one, and then the knot in my stomach just got too much, and I said, oh, I can't go on. I mean, she'd said, if we only go out for 5 minutes and it's too much for you, we'll come back. It's absolutely fine. And yeah, it's good to have friends like that. And we've made arrangements. We're going out again on Friday, and so yeah, so I couldn't eat yesterday, and which isn't too unusual for me right now. I do take like protein shakes if I'm not eating very much. I don't, I am looking after myself. But yeah, anyway, I woke up today and felt so much better. And today is the 37th anniversary of Ed asking me to marry him. It's always a joke. He asked me to marry him. I said no, because I never wanted to get married. And but I did say I'd stay with him forever. Well, I did do that, well, for his forever anyway. And yeah, so I was looking at, so we had we did get, well, we had a civil partnership last October, and it was a very, very special day. It was just us and the boys. It was how we wanted it. We did tell people in the end, we weren't going to, but he wanted to blurt it to everybody in the end. And we just had the most special day. And then we had a lovely honeymoon, or funny moon as we used to call it. And so I just shared a nice picture of the day on the Book of Face. So it's nice. It's nice. I share quite a bit, quite a few memories. Memories are coming up every day, nearly on Facebook. And it's nice to share and remember we did so much. And yeah. And then it's nice, and I get lots of lovely people wishing me well. So it has been 14 weeks tomorrow, so just 3 months. It's not long, and I have tough days, and I have okay days, and yeah. So yeah, that's me. So that's that all done. So when it's all done, I will sort of go over it with a layer of the Podge of Modge. And yeah, and it's about how far on the inside I do, because it's going to have things in, so I don't know if the whole inside needs doing, or if it will annoy me if it's not, or I could just paint it, but I'm not sure that I've got enough paint. But that would be something that I could just paint it. That would be quicker. So let's go up the sides now, shall we? Because that didn't take too long, really. How long have we been? 10 minutes. And there was probably a few minutes at the beginning, weren't there, before I had to go down and be rescued by my boy. So I do, those of you who don't know me, you might have gathered that I lost my husband. He had cancer. And he died 364 days after his diagnosis. And our youngest son had moved back home the year before. His relationship split up, so he came home for a bit, and he was just about to move out. And he said, no, he's not moving out. He'll stay and help look after his dad. And he's been just amazing. Absolutely amazing. And when his dad was ill and it was obvious his dad wasn't going to make it, he said, don't worry, Mum, I'm not going to abandon you. He said, I'll stay for another year. And make sure you're all right, get you through your first year. And now he's looking at different things, and he might stay a bit longer. So that's nice. I mean, I don't want to hold him back or anything, and if he really wants to go, that's absolutely fine. But he's looking at his different options of what he wants to do. He thinks he wants to go back to uni, do some more studying. So obviously that'll be cheaper for him if he does that at home. So yeah, and that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping he finds the right course at our local uni. It's good enough for me. That's where I went. So but he's looking at possibly a part-time master's degree, so even if he has to go to Sheffield or Leeds or even back to York, he could, because usually masters are part-time. You can usually do it maybe only one contact day a week, so he could commute and stay living at home. And obviously financially it'll be cheaper for him to live at home, because I'll feed him. I'm nice like that. So yeah, and he's good, and he's great for opening jars. And his current job, he is working from home. He's got a remote contract, so he works from home. So it is handy, and he looks after me. And when I'm not eating, he like entices me with nice things and encourages me to eat a bit. So takes me to the pub or out for a walk, which is nice. He's got his own friends. I've got my friends, but he's there, and he's not one. He's like that generation. They don't watch telly, do they? Kids today don't watch telly, and but he knows that's what. Oh, let's have you a bit higher. Me and his dad, we watch telly. That's what we did. And so he knows that. And I'm finding it hard to watch telly, partly because it's hard to just be in the lounge. Because, well, that's where Ed died. He had a hospital bed in there for the last 3 months. And where we had to move the sofa out to fit the bed in, and the sofa is right where he was laid. And so when I sit on the sofa, I'm where he was, and I do find it a comfort and painful. So, and because I'm now sitting in there alone, yeah, it's hard at times, and it's hard to watch the shows we watched together. And we've just The Last of Us, we watched season 1 together, and season 2's come out, and I was staying with my sister, and I watched the first 2 episodes with my sister. So that was good that I'd sort of started it with somebody else. But I'm just realised a bit close. So I'm now gonna, I've got the rest of it to watch, and I'm not really feeling that I can. And so one of my very good friends, she said, well, I'll watch it with you. I'll save the episodes and I'll watch it with you. So so yeah, and it's half term. She's a teacher, so I might go round and watch with her. She's a typical teacher. She's feeling poorly. She was supposed to come out with me and my other friend yesterday, but she was too poorly. She went to bed, but she's feeling a bit better. We have arranged to go out Friday, but I might, if she's still feeling a bit like she can't do much, I might go round and watch telly with her. But it's quite good, because it meant, like, last night I was just in my craft room and I was just sorting things out, so it sort of got a little bit more done in here. So that was good. Looking for a long piece. Not very long, Jez. That's a long piece. Yeah, that'll go in there nicely. Yeah, so it's just about getting through every day, really. Not beating myself up when I don't get much done. You know, riding the waves and rolling with the punches and all that malarkey. There we go. So that's that all done. So now we need to fold it up. Right, oh, we can go around here because there's lots of glue there. That can go around. I need to put a bit more glue on this bottom bit. And I was watching a bit of Netflix yesterday, so I always did that on my own. The sort of, you know, chick lit stuff, chick flick on Netflix. And so I went back to a series that I've not watched for ages. I've started a couple with James that we're watching together. And yeah, so that's been good. You're not really stuck down very well there. So yeah, it's all baby steps. It's all slowly getting there. You can see the mess around my desk. That's just normal. Normal for me anyway. I'm sure it's normal for most crafters, especially those that film. You make sure your filming bit is clear, and you've got things that you need at reach. I've got my glues and stuff there. But yeah, so I sent a message to a friend this morning and said, oh, I feel better today, because I'd let her know I was feeling shit. Oops, sorry. And I said, I've woke up this morning, my knot's gone, I've had a look at all my organisation that I did yesterday, and I'm ready now to get in and create something beautiful. And this is it. Well, this isn't it. This wasn't what I was thinking of creating, but I wanted to finish off that bit of yes, I needed to finish off that little bit of organising before I got stuck in with doing things. So there we go, that's that bit. So I'm going to do this side, and I'm trying to decide if I need to do the back. Probably just for the sake of finishing it off. I think it would probably be better if the back's done as well. It's not taking too long, to be fair. And then of course it's got to dry, so whilst it's drying I can get on and make what I wanted to make. I've got to going to the Rachel and Bella Crafts retreat Monday. I'm filming this on Wednesday, so yeah, we're going on Monday, and I've got to do my bit for the swap. And that's why I ended up sorting out my original ephemera, which was all over the place, because I'm making, we're going to make a journal whilst we're on retreat, and we're in groups of 4, and each group of 4 is making 4 things for the journal, and we're doing other things whilst we're there to help complete the journal. So, and I'm doing the signatures because I've got such a vast collection of lovely original ephemera and amazing books, more than one person could ever use in their junk journaling lifetime. So I said, oh, I'll put together 4 signatures. And then I was like, the stuff's all over the place. So, you know, I want to see what I've got so I can make some really good decisions about what's going where. I'm going to take the top of this off. So that was what started me off with sorting it all out. So, and then I was gobsmacked. It was like, oh my lord, I have got loads and loads. How on earth did I end up with that much? Well, it's because you're a bit obsessed, Jez, and you just can't stop buying off the Bay of E. So, yeah. So, yeah. There you go. So that is how we ended up here. So it's nice. And I've taken it out of a cupboard and put it on display, which is where we came to do this, because I sort of displayed it in, I got one of these that were just white, and white was okay. I didn't mind the white. So gonna rip that bit off there. Yeah, so yeah, that's how I ended up doing this. I have to take that end off there. So I think once you get into this sort of section of it, you can be a little bit more deliberate about where you're placing things. There. Oh, we'll have you folding over there. So yeah, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've got to sort out. I usually, when I go down, if I'm on my own, I mean, when Ed was driving, we would have done it in a wanna. Well, actually, we didn't, because we both went last year. So I'm lying. We stayed in Worcester on the way down, and yeah, we had a lovely night in Worcester. So like this time, it's like it's Monday night, Tuesday night, and we stayed Wednesday night. Yeah, sure we did. And so we did Sunday night in Worcester, just so that we had less far to go the next day. So we had a lovely time in Worcester, and then we went to somewhere on the way down, I can't remember, and you know, from Worcester to Wales, and well, I think it was in Wales we'd gone across, but so yeah, so it's going to be a little bit bittersweet in that I'm going to have, you know, memories of Ed when I get there, with him being there last year, but also I was there the year before without him, and yeah. And I mean, it's basically, I can't do anything or go anywhere really without memories of him. Even when I went to Malta, and he'd never been to Malta together, I still had, you know, memories of him, you know, coming in, and it's like, yeah, he would have loved it. He'd have loved Medina. And not that he would have gone to Malta, but he would have enjoyed the sights. So yeah. No, I want something bigger there. Something bigger. I'll put that on there. Yeah. So, you know, like even, yeah, just everything. That's that side now done and covered. So let's fold over these bottom bits. Yep. These bits. Getting a bit sticky, but that's okay. And then let's get these side bits down. As this is going on, my son is messaging me. There we go. Yeah, so I'm reading those messages. Don't think he's expecting an answer. He's not getting one. I mean, I did ask him to undo the glue pot, so he knows I'm doing something. There we go. So let's neaten that off a bit. Ooh. Need some more glue here. He'll probably come upstairs in a minute now. That needs glue there. Not quite enough. There we go. That's that. So I can patch that bit up. It's okay. So we're looking good. I'm liking it. So we need to do these front bits now. Or shall I just do the back? Back would be really quick and easy, won't it? Although I'm just thinking I might not film the whole process, or I might speed it up when I'm doing boring flat bits. It's maybe time to have a little look at these harder bits. Let's just lean that on something. Yeah, and let's go along here. Because you are going to see these back bits, depending on what I put in. I could have done this really easy. I could have bought some spray paint and I could have took it out the backyard and I could have just sprayed it. But I like this bit. I think I'm going to like it more that it's covered in antique paper. There we go. I'll be doing this with everything now. You wait and see. Right, I think that's probably a good way. So I've got it leant on the struts there. Yeah, I think that's a good plan, Jez. Right, let's put some overlap in there. Right, I'm going to take the edge of that paper off. there, right up to the edge. Marvellous. Well, this bit has been very easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That's the same. Right, I want a long but wide bit. There we go. How about that? What I don't like, I'm going to have to cut a piece actually, Jez, because oh, I can do that bit. I'll do that bit. Don't need to cut a piece, but I might have it just a little bit shorter there. Yep. There we go. Right, so I'll stick a bit of music down there. Right, we just need a smidge, just a little smidge off the end of here so that it fits in there. Yeah, don't quite need to be that long. Or I could have it so that it goes over the bottom actually, Jez, couldn't you? I think if we go up to the corners and in there, let's get something to poke it down with. That'll work. Right, so, oh, what have I got there? Got something I don't want. Right, so now we want something to go in there. So if we take that off. Is that about right? Down there? Yeah, that's about right, Jess. So I'm doing it so it's about the width, but not going up the side. I think I'm going to try and cover the sides separately. I think that's what's going to work better. This is just my silicone spreader. Okay. So we need another piece in there. Let's cut. I'm gonna cut a bit of this so it's a bit longer, but it's about the right width. So maybe about there. Right, let's make that bit straight, Jess, because it's too wide at the bottom. Just take that bit off where I haven't managed to do it. time we're cooking on gas, I think. Stick it down. Let's come up a bit. I pushed it down too far. Come up, that's it. There we go, and then this bit, we need to take a bit off that. And a bit more. Just a little bit. Just an itty bitty bitty bit. Yep. So I think this is the fiddliest bit. Okay. There we are. That is that sort of section done. So I'm going to put them over, fold those top bits over, and then we'll start working on other sections of that. These corner bits, they're going to overlap that. There we go. Oh, so much glue on there, Jess. There we go. So that is that bit. Fabulous. So my thoughts are now, I want to do little bits just over the top here, and then I'm going to try and just stick to the side like I did before. So we just want, so I need to get a piece that's the right width. So let's take a little bit off there. So is that the right width? Yeah. So we just want to go over the top. So let's take a bit like that, and then I might just put the glue on this. Plenty. Plenty, plenty, plenty. Should we have the words the right way up, Jess? Yeah. Why not? Why ever not? And then we'll just stick it around. Oh yeah, cooking on gas. That's nice. Nicey, nicey. Let's just take this off a bit. let's do another one, so I know I've got another piece of the right size. Should be roughly, no, you're not big enough. Right, let's take it down. Take it down there. Because I need two more, because I need one for the back section as well. There we go. Across there. Maybe a smidge off there. Don't want to go along there because it was a really smidge. Yeah, now you're right. So, one for there, one for there, one for there. Yep. Yep. So I'm not going to stick it on there until I've done side bits, I think, because just in case I don't know why, just not. Some logic in my head saying don't do it. Although now I'm going, nah, just do it, Jess, because you'll lose that bit of paper. So let's get it done already. So yeah, so I can hear birds singing, which is nice. And I say I'm going to go out for a walk. Although James was saying about going to the gym today. We haven't been to the gym for a while. But I don't know. Right, I'm gonna, let's get the right size for going on the bottom. Cut it straight. Oh, need a bit more, so we'll take a bit off that end. Oh, maybe a bit more. Oh, here he comes. Right. So I had to stop videoing them. Well, apart from James coming up to speak to me, I almost ran out of storage. So yeah, so I was had to clear some things off, edit yesterday's video. So this is all sort of dried now. So that's quite cool. Loving how it's looking. And I can see there where there's a bit of glue on the outside. I don't mind that it's not terribly shiny. Don't know if you can see. Not terribly shiny. It's all right. So let's get finishing. I've kind of forgotten what I was doing. Oh, I think was I making that so it was the right size? Yeah, you were, Jess. Okay, so we need to take a bit more off that. Just a tad. Oh, I need to put things down the back, don't I? Right, let's just... Oh, not doing a very good job of that, Jezebel. Yes, I've just edited the video. So this is all stemmed from me sorting out my original ephemera. and moving things about. So yeah, I want another piece about that size for the pocket there. Yeah, so yeah, sorting all that out, and I think that'll just go down as it is. Yeah, it will. Right, so we can stick those two in. Yeah, so I've done a little bit more this morning, and yeah, I'm liking what's happening. And it feels good to have something organised, a little bit every day. Well, maybe not every day, but you know, when I can. Gets things done, avoiding what I really should be doing. But I do work well under pressure with deadlines and things. I did it all the way through uni and then through postgraduate study whilst I was working. I did very good at last minute. I need that pressure, really. It helps me. Let's have a little look, see. Oh, turn that off there. There's me a little. You can't see what I'm doing here, but it's difficult to show really, because I need it sort of leaning, but I'm just, so that has gone a little bit up the side. I want it to go a little bit overlapping the bottom. Pull it up a bit, head in the way, sorry. There we go, that's okay. So need the bits for the back here, so we'll take some off that. So I think I was looking at how long I've been, and actually I could have done with it being a little bit wider really, Jez, if I'm honest. Yeah, that's what we're going to do, a little bit wider, so that it will go around the side. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, let's not worry about it being let's just fill all that. Fill it all. Get stuff right in the corners. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to stick it in. Right old mess this. We'll get there. I'm actually going to put some glue on the back of this, because I think if this is a bit wet, it's a bit like manipulating wallpaper, isn't it? It works well when it's covered in wallpaper paste. Oh, I was sitting in my lounge no, it wasn't last night, we weren't in there, night before, and I was looking at, so I've got the TV on an old cupboard that the TV didn't normally go on, and we just put it on that because with Ed being in a hospital bed, he was up higher than on the sofa, and if the telly had been on the telly stand, it would have been too low and he couldn't see it, so we needed it higher. So I put in this old vintage sideboard. That makes it sound grand. It wasn't really. It was just a cheap old thing that we used to use as a toy cupboard for the boys. And my friend's got one very similar. Hers is a toy cupboard as well, and she's painted hers. So I was like, oh, do you know, I could make that cupboard look, you know, really nice. And that's really puckered down there, Jez. So it was just sort of giving me some ideas for what to do with my cupboard. And I bought some lovely wallpaper, you might remember from a haul video, and I'm thinking that I might paint it, but also on the panels, because it's got some panels, I might put some wallpaper, and then it will look, I think it will look lush. I think it will look proper expensive, and yeah, I think it will look very, very upmarket. Then we've got a shop that upcycles furniture, and so it will take like something, this is probably 1950s or something, wooden furniture, and it takes things like that and then it paints them, and when it paints patterns, so where it would have painted a nice pattern, that's where I'm going to put wallpaper. And yeah, I think it will be very cool. And then they like sell it for quite a considerable sum of money. I mean, you know, I ain't got a problem paying for labour. I know what it's like when you're like doing an upcycling project. There. I think I'll just do this bit, and then you've got the idea, because I do think it's now quite a long time now that I've been at this, and then I'll just, so I think now you've seen me cover one whole cubby hole, you can see where I'm going with it, and then I'll just carry on, finish it off, and then show you when it's done, or might show you a bit of the finishing touches. So I think now that I have gone ahead and done the inside, I think it was worth doing. So that is how I'm going, and I'll bring you back when it's finished. And there it is, all finished. It took ages. I mean, I did have a bit of lunch and stuff, but yeah, it is all finished. I did a coat of the Mod Podge over it. It's not too shiny actually. I used most of what was in that jar, but yeah, got a few drips there, but I'm not too bothered about that at all. And yeah, oh, there's some bits on that side I haven't Mod Podged over. Now I can just sort of see it where the light's hitting it. But yeah, and I thought I'd just go over it a bit with Distress ink. I did a little bit. I meant to do it before I Mod Podged, but there you go. Just to pick up the edges, and it's still picking up the edges, so it's okay. Because I didn't ink any of the bits, but that's what I do when I do masterboards. I stick them all down and then go over it afterwards. It's much quicker. There we go. I might try and get rid of that bit of glue, although I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to try too hard because I don't want to rip the paper. That would be a disaster. So I did do some bigger bits on the back here. I was getting a bit bored, and I thought you're not going to see it anyway because it's going to be against the wall. So it didn't really matter about that bit. But yeah, I'm very pleased. So the next time you see this will be in a craft room declutter, tidy up video, because this is the next bit of storage I'm gonna fill. So yeah, I'll go around the edges of this. Many it will get naturally dirty, but we'll put some unnatural dirt on it. There we go. And so I'll just touch up those odd little bits that need touching up, but that's it. I think that was worthwhile doing that. Looks much better than the grey. So nice bit of upcycling for you. All right then, see you all very, very soon. Bye now.